Hey everyone, it's been a while since I uploaded a video, but I thought that I would give a little tutorial on something that I've heard a lot of people want to learn how to do, but people just can't really figure out how to do it. So I want to give you a very bare basics idea on how to do guitar harmonies. Now, harmonies are something that I think a lot of people struggle with because, I mean, at least writing them, it seems almost like you have to try and figure it out. There's no clear ways of doing it, but I'm going to explain how to do guitar harmonies. So all you really need to know is two scales. You need to know the minor scale and the major scale. So major scale is this, and the minor scale is this. So once you know those two scales, you're basically golden. The magic number here is 3. Well, there's technically 3 magic numbers. The main 3 that you hear in most, I guess, rock to metal is 3, it's thirds, fourths, and fifths. So that's referring to the number of notes. So if we're going in, say, the minor scale, that's your 3rd note, your 4th note, and your 5th note. Now, most people know that a 5th and a 1st note equals a power chord. And then obviously you can do that with other things too, but that's your basis for harmony, is knowing that. So if you know how to do a minor scale and a major scale, you're winning. So let's take a very simple, let's take E minor as a bass. So E minor is this. Pretty much every single metal song is an E minor. So let's take an E minor scale, for example, like an E minor tune like this. I got a loop pedal here. This is a good way you can teach yourself how to do harmonies. But let's do a basic melody like this. Now that's an E minor. But yeah, that's your basics. Now, this is where the major scale comes into play. In your scale, that's a 3rd. That's a G. Now, if you play G major, it works. So, good way of looking at it, if you learn the G major scale, that's the 3rd of the E minor. So 2, 3, 4. Now you can take it an extra step. Remember the 4th and the 5th I mentioned before? There's 2 ways you can do it. The first way would be, let's say, this melody. So 3rd. 4th. Now, something you may know is that if you combine a 1st, a 3rd, and a 5th, you get a chord. So, for example, that's a G minor chord. That's a G minor chord in metal, but you get what I mean. So, you can use that to have harmonies. So, your 5th is going to be a minor. When you're in a minor scale, your 5th is always going to be a minor, and your 3rd is always going to be a major. So back to that initial thing. We're going to go to A minor, because A minor is the easiest scale to understand, because there's no sharps or flats. So let's take a very simple melody. I'll make up a little loop for a backing track to kind of show what I mean. So, let's go to a clean sound for this. So let's do this. That's your basic clean loop. Now, if we're going to take our more... So let's do a little melody here. So this is the initial, this is your first. So there you go. There's your... That's your melody, the main melody. So now, that's your 3rd. Your 3rd in A is C. So then C major. So there you go, there's the harmony there already. So the minor is your main melody, your lower harmony, and then the major is your higher harmony. Now if you add the fifth, that's how you get the more extended side of things. A very famous song by Metallica does this very well. It's a song called Orion, and they have multiple guitar harmonies, but mainly at the start. There's like this, there's the main. There's that, and then there's the. This is over 3 harmonies. So you've got the first one, which is like your lower harmony. Already that's pretty good. But it's pretty cool. And you can apply that to anything. Ryan has this one. But that's your basis in guitar harmony. Pretty basic stuff. If you're wanting to write any kind of like lead thing, that's the way that I would do it. You would start with a minor melody or major melody, depending on whatever key of the song you're in. And this is how I did my last video, which was my song Home, but it's a guitar harmony, which was, this is the main melody. And that's in major. So minor, so it's in minor. And then we have the G major. And that's pretty good. And then I added actually a different harmony, which is the sixth. It's this. And that's how I did it. Now, the last thing I want to say before I end the video, when you're looking at, say, a minor scale and a major scale, just remember, so it's the sixth, if you're in major, so if you're in C major, your sixth note, which in case is A, that's your, what we call relative minor. Relative is basically, it's the scale that's the opposite, so for major it's minor, minor it's major, has the same notes. So for example, this is C major, and this is A minor. Same notes, and it sounds good together. But anyways, that's the video, all done and dusted. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more lessons like this. Haven't been uploading because I have a main channel, which should be here, maybe. I don't know. I'll try and put something there. But thanks for watching.